Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am Rajnikant and today's video we're gonna see different ways of creating list and what are the difference among them, right? So you can see here Arrays.aslist, List.of and Arraylist, right? So we're gonna see in details with examples. So if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe it immediately and hit the bell icon to get all the notifications, right? So ultimately you will be get benefited out of it. So let's quickly begin. So already I have opened my IntelliJ idea and let's see what are the difference among them, right? So so we can create a list by using arrays. Arrays is a utility class where lots of functions are there, utility functions are there, right? So we can create a list from arrays like this, arrays dot as list with this method, and we can pass the arguments whatever we want. Suppose it's a string or integer or any object you can pass. So let me pass here 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? And another way we can do like this, list dot of. So this is specific for Java 9. So list dot of, this is a static method, of is a static method. So present in Java 9 onwards. So you can see here since Java 9. So Java 9 onwards this static method is there and we can create a list with this method, right? So this is present in Java 9 onwards. So if you want to test, you should install Java 9 in your system or Java 9 onwards. So recently I have installed Java 15. If you don't know how to install Java 15, you can refer my videos. I will give that one in my description section. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 6. No, will not take from here. Let's take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. This is one way, and another way is pretty simple, old, a list of equal to new array list, and here let me add some numbers. Suppose 12 list dot add of 13 list dot add of 14. Okay, so let me store them into some variable. List of arrays as list equal to list of, right? So what are the basic difference among them, right? So we'll consider with three properties in case of difference, right? So arrays dot as list, so it will take a it will create a list, right? It will create a list of elements, and it that implementation, it will give us a array list, right? So you can see here it's returning an array list. And in terms of mutability means, can we change the structure or can we modify that array list or list, right? So array list is partially mutable, right? So partially mutable means we can perform certain operations, like you can see here dot set means some particular index I want to change. Suppose one index, let me put 100. We can perform this one. And array list dot sort, we can do sorting as well. And array list dot, one more method is there, replace all, right? These three operations we can perform. Apart from that one, no operation we can perform, right? Because it's a partially mutability, partial mutable, right? So let me comment this one and let's see, run and see. So system dot out dot println, and let me pass here that list. Okay, let's see. So past is mutability, so let's run and we'll see whether it's allowing us or not to set some elements. You can see 100 and the one index we are changing, one index we are setting as 100, so you can see 2 is replaced with 100. Now let me do adds. We'll add some new elements to that existing list. Let me add, suppose I am adding 200, right? And let me comment this earlier statement. Now let's run. Now it will throw some exception. If I will run, you can see java.lang unsupported operation exception, right? So apart from these three methods, set, sort, and replace all, maybe some other methods are there, I am not able to recollect, but some minimum operations are there to perform. Apart from that one, we cannot perform any operations, right? So it's a partially mutable. Okay, so hope you got clear. This is partial mutable. Then let's move next point, creating with null, right? So let me put here null. Okay, and let me comment this section, and now let's run. We'll see whether it's allowing us to take null or not. It's allowing, it's taking null as well, right? So first of all, it's a partial mutable, that's why we can perform certain operations like set, sort, and replace all, and we cannot perform other operations, right? Whatever those other operations, the operations are there, we cannot perform those operations, right? So this is regarding Arrays.aslist. Now let's check the same thing with list, right? So list is completely immutable, means we cannot perform anything, whether it's a set or add, we cannot perform any operations. This is specific for, we can iterate that one, right? We can iterate using either for each or any operations, right? But we cannot perform any operation apart from that one. We cannot modify that structure, we cannot set values, we cannot do anything. So it's a completely immutable, right? So let me perform some operations. List of dot add of, let me put some 101 and control S. Now let's run it and we're gonna see. Okay, so here is there, and let me print this one. Okay, here we go, and list of I am printing over here, right? So it will throw unsupported operation exception, right? You can see unsupported exception as it's returning a immutable collection, right? So if you see here, list of, it will return a immutable collection, right? So we cannot change the structure, we cannot modify the structure, or we cannot tamper the list, means we cannot set anything, right? So this is in terms of immutable. Now let's see whether we can create that list with null or not. Let me put null. So with this list of, we cannot create a list with null. It will throw a null pointer exception. So let me run this one and we're gonna see. Yes, you can see here it's throwing a null pointer exception, right? So if you compared Arrays.aslist, here it's allowed null, but in list of it's not allowing null values, right? This is one. And in terms of array list, no? So array list is a pretty simple implementation of list interface, and it's not immutable, and we can perform all the operations here, right? So we can perform all the operations here. If you see, I am adding something list. Let me print that list. Sorry, let me print that list, and we're gonna see. So list array list is a pretty simple implementation of a list interface, and it's not immutable, and here we can perform all the operations, like we can modify the structure, we can tamper that list by by setting some new values to the existing one. Okay, maybe this one causing issue. Let me run. You can see 12, 13, 14 is coming, right? So array list is a pretty simple implementation, it's not immutable, and we can perform all the operations, right? So this is the basic difference between Arrays.aslist and List.of and Arraylist, right? One more difference is there, let me show you. Arraylist dot contains with null. So contains with null. With null you can do like this, and it will not throw any null pointer exception. But in case of list of, while you are creating a list using list of method, then that time if you are doing some list that contains with null, then it will throw a null pointer exception. If you want to see, let me do it here. Let me uncomment, and let's do this one also. It will throw null pointer, no? So we'll do a list of, then we'll do some contents. We'll perform contents method, and here we'll pass null. So it will, in case of arrays.aslist, if you're doing arraylist.contains with null, then it will not throw any null pointer exception. But in case of list of, it will throw a null pointer exception. So let me first try with arrays.aslist and contains. Right, so there, just see, there is no null pointer exception here in case of arrays as list, right? So let me comment now here, and let's uncomment this list of, and I am performing list.of contains null. Now let's perform, and we're gonna see, right? So here you can see java.long.null pointer exception, right? So we cannot perform contains with null in case of list.of, but in case array.aslist you can perform contains a contents method with null, right? So this is the basic difference between those different ways of creating list and difference among them. So again, let me reiterate those entire thing. So arrays.aslist, it will return a array list implementation, and it's a partial mutability, and we can create that list with null as well, and we can perform contains with null as well, right? In case of list.of, we cannot create that list with null value, and we cannot perform contains with null, and we cannot modify the structure of the list, and we cannot tamper the list, right? And coming into arrays list, I mean new array list, this is a pretty simple implementation of list, and we can, this is not a immutability, this is not immutable, and we can perform all the operation in list, right? So hope you got the entire thing. Maybe definitely it will be helpful to you people. So please do like, share, and comment this video, and if you have any doubt, please keep posted in comments. Thank you for watching.